What up guys, it is Justice here and welcome back to Runescape. Just quickly before I start this video, I've been very ill over the past week, so I haven't been able to even get out of bed to make videos or live stream. Today I'm still very ill, however I've got enough energy now to make a couple of videos for you guys. It will though still be a few days until I can live stream again. I'm sorry and there's nothing I can do about it. Hopefully I will get better soon. But today I really wanted to cover with you guys the patch notes. I'll try and get through this video and commentate it for you guys. So there has been an update today with combat changes, little changes in the background there, the patch notes, where Metamorphose has been nerfed and Onslaught ability has been buffed, and a few little changes with the basics which I'm going to cover in this video. And it's a similar video to last week's. I do like to cover patch notes if I feel they're very important and I feel these are really prominent and you guys should know about what's going on here. So first off, Metamorphose, it has been nerfed from 75% increase in magic damage to now 50% increase. And I think it always used to say 50%, but a lot of the community knew there was a bit of a bug in the Metamorphose where it was actually dealing 75% increase in magic damage compared to the Sunshine ability, which is also an ultimate that only deals 50% increased damage. So now it deals the same base damage increase as the Sunshine ability, but the Sun also gives additional damage from a bleed effect. It lasts 10 seconds longer as well, Sunshine, but you can't move around with Sunshine. You have to be within the proximities. That's where Metamorphose has an advantage over the Sunshine ability. However, in places like Virago now, people are really going to feel the impact now when you're trying to push Virago back in Phase 5 on like team split rotations, etc. when people prefer Metamorphose over Sunshine, depending on the team size. So most teams now will just be using Sunshine. You'll still use Meta though at places like Rise of the Six where you want to run round. However, even then, Sunshine might be better if you can cope with having them within a melee distance of you in terms of the Barrows brothers. And yeah, this is a pretty cute little Dwarven Challenge barrel here. If you've never seen it before, you can get these, I think, from the Treasure Hunter or something, or I think you buy them from Solomon's store, and you can actually challenge somebody to a damage per minute fight. So how much you can deal in damage per minute compared to whoever else has damaged the barrel. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Barrels rule. But those are just two small examples, but either way, Metamorphose has been nerfed. It's a sad day for many. Oh, okay, getting through here. So Onslaught, the Onslaught ability has been buffed, right? So you now take less damage when using it. It doesn't drain your overload, it drains your adrenaline, then it starts to drain your health, but at a lower rate. You can heal still whilst you've got it active with like an Isis healing, for example. However, there are many different items, many different scenarios where it will just literally cancel the ability use. So heal other and heal group cancels it. You can't eat through it, that cancels it. And you also can't brew through it. But it's useful just to use as a fun ability. It used to be just an ability that you'd use for fun. It's a raid ability, by the way. Anyone who doesn't know what the Onslaught ability is, I'm sure you would have seen on screen at some point me use the Maz Capability Codex, which I bought for 27 million from the Grand Exchange. You then use that, and then you can make an Onslaught ability out of it. But it's extremely inefficient. It was extremely inefficient. There might be a use for it now, though, with this change. But I do need to investigate it further. Any ideas you have regarding this ability, make sure to share them below to help the community out so we can make use of this content. It can be nice to use within a Sunshine after using Natural Instinct if you're not being hit by an enemy, so essentially going through 3 full ultimate rotations. Again, useful if you DPS in at Virago maybe because you don't take any incoming damage. As your hits do start to increase substantially right after your adrenaline is drained, so when you start taking damage, you can usually get around 10 hits in, 10 to 11 hits. 11 is pushing it. That is extremely risky. If you can get, though, guaranteed 10 hits in if you're not being damaged. And even if you're being damaged, you can still get in about 10 hits, close to that anyway, because the hits are dependent and the damage that you take is dependent on your life points and the balance between that and your weapon damage. So essentially, to reach your max damage within Onslaught, you need to maximize your weapon damage and maximize your life points. So that's by eating, let's say, a Rocktail suit, for example, right before you do it. One very frustrating thing I would say about the Onslaught ability and with Jax is that Jax have not allowed us to explore other avenues to make Onslaught more efficient. in the game, such as using Seren spells like the Intercept spell, which essentially means when you use Intercept on a player, you will tank all of their damage and it lasts for 3 seconds, and then you have to cascade it again, and then it'll last for another 3 seconds, but you take all of their damage. So lots of ideas were going around amongst me and my mates today with Onslaught, where I was thinking, what if I get a couple of people to barricade, or let's say if you're in a boss scenario where the tank cades already just to minimize the damage they take anyway, then intercepts the damage which you're taking from Onslaught as well whilst they're caded, so you get another 10 seconds of using Onslaught. But intercept does not work, heal other does not work, it cancels it, and therefore Lunar spells don't work like group heal. So loads of things cancel this ability, which is really frustrating. It doesn't really allow you to make it efficient. But make sure to leave in the comment section ways which you feel this ability would be efficient. Now moving on to basic ability changes and what's happened here. So Rack and Piercing Shot. So Rack is a basic magic ability. Piercing Shot is a basic range ability. It's not a major change for when we boss, so any like high level PVMers out there, this isn't going to be a major change for when we're bossing, because most bosses are immune to stuns, so it really isn't going to impact it. Essentially the change with Rack and Piercing Shot is that Rack, for example, now can deal up to 188% base ability damage rather than just 94% previously if the opponent that you're attacking is stunned. And most high-level bosses can't be stunned, and therefore there's no major change here. It can be useful though for slaying with the right revolution bar setup, where you can use a stun ability right before Rack, such as maybe basic impact, and therefore you are going to feel an advantage from that. Slice got nerfed essentially as well. Slice is a merely basic ability, so it isn't really worth using. However, Punish was buffed, so again, use that instead of Slice if you want to fit that into your ability rotation somewhere. But most people nowadays don't even use Slice anyway, and they definitely have made it obsolete here. And yeah, a brand new quest came out today. Still have yet to do that though, because my main focus were these combat changes. But yeah, that wraps up this video. But just before I do leave, me being ill really sucks, because the past like 6 days I've just been worrying about you guys so much, like about the content, about the YouTube channel, because I'm just unable to get content out because I've just been stuck in bed. And it's made me realize the importance of Twitter, or any social network site, but I use Twitter. I've got 900 people who follow me over there, but I was unable to communicate to like 17,000 plus of you guys here on YouTube, and you know, it was very frustrating for me because I just hate leaving you guys in the dark. So you know, of course if I leave all of a sudden, it's most likely because I'm ill. I know that most of you probably understand that, but just in case guys, you do want to keep up to date on things that I can't make videos of due to me being ill in scenarios like this, then you know, it'd be much appreciated if you followed me on Twitter. It would just make my life so much less stressful, and I can communicate to you so much easier, because I don't want to sacrifice videos explaining that I'm ill or whatever. So that's why I've added it to the end of this video. I do apologize for anyone who doesn't want to listen to this. I know the majority of you guys will not be interested in this at all. I know most YouTubers have about 1/10 of their subscribers following them on Twitter. And you know, those of you who aren't interested in this, that's absolutely fine. You know, I really don't mind. I'm just trying to make people aware that I do have Twitter, and if you want to, then you can follow me on there, and that'd be great. With that being said, a new YouTube banner and logo will be on my channel soon. Thank you guys for watching and listening, and I'll see you in the next one.